Valentine's season. Will you be my Valentine this season? But before then, let's talk about the use of ICT in learning. What are the big ideas? And so we delved into the use of ICT in learning. And believe me, the introduction last week was just a tip of the iceberg. The truth remains that when we talk about the use of ICT in learning, we are not just talking about the educators using it as a tool to be efficient or to facilitates the learning process in the classroom. So for instance, they're using Kahoot or they're using PowerPoint to explain a particular idea to the classroom. We're talking about the students themselves using ICT to enhance their learning experiences. Okay, so we have three big ideas in the use of ICT in learning as a rubric. And these three ideas refer to number one, students being able to use the tool themselves, and number two, students being able to use ICT to construct knowledge, and three, students being able to actually design ICT products that are focused at an authentic audience. So students can actually be either passive consumers, active users, or designers of ICT in learning or ICT products. Now, I want us to delve into these three big ideas: knowledge construction, using the ICT as a tool itself, and students being able to design products at focused at a particular audience. Now, you would be telling me and answering these questions. When students decide to use Microsoft OneNote to submit an assignment, probably an essay, are they using ICT? Or when the teacher prints out worksheets and gives it to students, worksheets from a computer, and gives it to students to solve a particular problem, are they users of ICT? I'm sure you said no to the second, right? And you said yes to the first. If you said yes to the first and no to the second, then you are correct. The use of ICT involves the children being able to actually use different tools to be able to produce or construct knowledge. And now, I would like us to delve quickly into the aspect of knowledge construction. Let's answer these few questions. So there is a difference between students actually learning how to use a tool and using the tool to extract information. Knowledge construction involves students being able to use tools to extract information and develop a new understanding that is totally new to them. So they use this tool by evaluating the information they've seen, analyzing it, and producing new information. So it's not just about learning the tool. So if, for instance, a student is using PowerPoint for the first time and using it to, explore how to make a PowerPoint presentation, the child is actually not using ICT to enhance his or her learning experience, but he's basically just learning the tool. So there's a big difference, okay? So for instance, a student is going to the internet and gathering some tweets to be able to produce a particular content or do a particular research. Then a child is constructing knowledge, or a child is going ahead to create a podcast from information that he was able to gather online, or is able to produce a video or a game, for instance, on how to ensure that people understand the dangers of texting while driving. Then a child is actually constructing knowledge. So I hope you get the difference. There's a difference between using the tool, just to learn it, or to gain or access information and consume information, and using the tool to develop or design a new product. So that is what knowledge construction is about, and that is the second big idea. So let's delve into the third. What is the third? So the third big idea basically involves the ability for children to develop an ICT product or design an ICT service that is focused at a particular audience, and of course take into cognizance their particular need. right? So for instance, the students are developing a smart mobile app that teaches local languages in a community of people that are seen to speak only English. They are meeting a need, right? That is what I'm talking about. Or for instance, students go to the internet and then they do a research on local farm producers, and then they go ahead to develop a smart mobile app that would help deliver local farm produce to a developed community that have issues with accessing local farm produce. That is an ICT design, an ICT product that is focused at meeting a particular need and a particular audience. So those are the three big ideas in the use of ICT in learning. So when talking about this rubric, we would focus on these three big ideas, and with these three big ideas we can actually develop and enhance the skills in children. Okay, so when developing activities, these activities must be focused on ensuring that the three answers are answered, maybe not all three, but at least one of the three, and this would then determine the code or the level of use of ICT, the use of ICT that is happening in your classroom. So we will look at this design, how to code your activities for you to know the level of use of ICT that is happening in your classroom. Don't mind me. I guess I'm already in the Valentine mood and I just want to get off the camera, okay? So I hope you understand basically what I've discussed. We've talked about the three big ideas, and in the next session we'll be looking at how to code the activities in the classroom and gauge the level of the use of ICT in our classroom. I hope you enjoyed this short session. Thank you for watching. Bye.